All right, I'm back. Got ourselves some E9. This one's called the Compleat Lager 2021 Collaboration Series. You can see right there. It looks like it says Heirloom Rustic Ales, and they got like some sort of witch doctor or something. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It says the trout, because he is a right dainty fish and also a right fervent biter, we shall speak of next. He is in season from March until Michaelmas, whatever that is. He is on clean gravel bottom and in a stream. Treatise of fishing with an angled 1496. If you guys can make sense of that gibberish, let me know. But I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know what that was going on about. Let's crack it and just see how it tastes. How about that? Oh yeah. That's pretty good. 5.2%. It kind of has a kind of like a farmhouse ale, or I guess lager in this case, type deal to it, but it has a nice malty base, so it has a little bit of sweetness, kind of a little bit of caramel. It's bready, but then it also has like a little bit of funk that comes with, you know, farmhouse and rustic ale, stuff like that. Very nice. All right, on to the shave soap. We got ariana&evans Indo Ink. This is in the Kaizen 2 base, as you can see by their little symbol there. And we got the notes described along the bottom edge there. I really like that. We're looking at ink, resins, absinthe, ylang-ylang, coumarin, tonka, leather, incense, oud, and wood. So, sounds like a nice lineup to me, and I really like the artwork on this one. Let's go ahead and give you a look at what the soap looks like. Kaizen 2, most of us are familiar with it by now. This is where I scoop some out to put into my shave bowl. Wonderful scent on this one, about medium. It's not bold and banging, but it's right about 5 out of 10, and that's good enough. You can see we got 4 ounces. Look at, I don't know what that is. Ariana&Evans, nice side label, Indo Ink, and then the ingredients in my language. So, good stuff there. We already got it lathered up in our beautiful Lancaster Razorworks shave bowl, staple of our daily shaves. And then today we're going to be using the Crazy Badger. This is one of my older shave brushes in my collection. It kind of has this crimson and black thing going on. Nice sparkles throughout. Very nice brush from back in the day. I can't even remember what I paid for, like maybe 45 bucks back in the day for a nice custom shave brush. Wouldn't it be nice if those were the prices today? And then we got just a no nonsense, no frills, no hype nickname Badger knot on top. So, to wet the face, let's get right into this. This one here, when I saw the artwork of that tiger and kind of like a Asian artwork inspired, you know, label, I was immediately hooked. I liked the artwork, and I was interested to know what the scent notes were. The scent notes sounded interesting, meaning it might be a challenging scent, but I was willing to go there. And what I got was much more approachable and crowd pleasing than I thought it was going to be. It really didn't turn out to be a very challenging scent in my opinion whatsoever. I think this is one that most people would enjoy, and at very least they wouldn't be put off by it. I don't think it's a challenging scent in my opinion. Yeah, everybody scent is subjective, so some people might get this and absolutely hate it, but in my opinion, the scent on this one's very Very nice, approachable, wearable, however you want to describe it. It's funny because the inspiration for this one was a trip to Asia in an Indonesian barbershop, and kind of the old leather chairs, the newspapers sitting out and about, and just the ambiance of that tattoo parlor in Indonesia. A kind of cool, unique inspiration, if you ask me. The scent on this one, whereas I don't know if it transports me there. I've never been there, so I would really need to, use my imagination. It's kind of it's unique. It's not very dark or warm like you might think with the, leather and woods and tonka and incense and oud. You might think it's really dark and warm, but in my opinion, it probably just reaches that medium ground. You have brighter, fresher, darker, warmer, and then I feel like it's just right in the middle. That's where this one lies. It does have some pretty unique stuff going on. Like it has like a freshness on top of it. Might be like the ylang ylang. But it's a very well blended scent because things aren't like popping out at me. Stuff like the incense and oud isn't really just popping out at me. The ink and absinthe isn't jumping out at me. I think I can feel like the absinthe and the ylang ylang on top of everything, but it's kind of hard to discern. It's a good scent though. It's one that if you were scared at the scent notes, I would at least give it a try because it's not as bad as it sounds, in my opinion. And then we're gonna be using the custom Weck Sextoblade today. I got these custom scales made by the Captain, Lather Me Whiskers, and we just used the frame of an old Sextoblade Weck Chevette, and we got a Kismet blade in there, Kismet hair shaper blade. So let us get right into this. Whoops, I was about to do against the grain first pass. This might, prove to be a bad idea on the neck today because I had a few blemishes kind of down in this area, but we are just gonna roll with it and whatever happens, happens. Had a pretty long, busy day at work today, but that's just Mondays for you. Got through it though. A little bit tired, but it is what it is. Man, it is nice to bust out the Weck. Got a very nice lather made today. That's one thing about Kaizen 2, K2E. Pretty much Ariana and Evans in the Shaving Shop Club, no matter what, is gonna have a good soap base. That's just been my experience over the years. Really good stuff. And I made a very sexy lather today, in my opinion. I don't quite hydrate it to the point of bloops very often. Ooh, and you can see a little bit of red, so I definitely got one of those over there that I was talking about. It's all good though, whatever. No big deal in my opinion. I don't hydrate mine to the point of bloops most of the time. I feel like I get it close. And all I mean by bloops is that when you have a bunch of lather buildup on the blade, if you kind of shake it, if it's so hydrated, sometimes it'll just fall right off. I don't usually take it quite that far on my lathers, but I think I get it close. and then I just call it good. The Weck hair shaper blades, they are quite literally some of my most enjoyed shaving experiences. They, for whatever reason, give me closer shaves than any other platform that I've used. And they're comfortable at that. They're like super smooth, but sharp as fuck. It's a weird experience. Very, very smooth shaves, very enjoyable. But boy, do they get you BBS. All right, pass one down. Let's take another swig. Just found out the good old kitchen sink has a leak, so I'm gonna have to deal with that shit. I'll tell you what, the plumbing has been the bane of my home ownership. Done a lot of stuff around my house, fixes and upgrades, all on my own. No problems for the most part, but plumbing, plumbing has been the absolute thorn in my side of being a homeowner. I either suck terribly at it, or it's a lot fucking harder than I gave it credit for originally, because I just struggle with plumbing. But we'll get it sorted out one way or another. Don't really have much of an option. Alright, that'll do. Let's go ahead and get this against the grain going. Pass 2 lather looks a little bit drier than pass 1. Definitely could have added a little bit more water, but it's no big deal. There's plenty of slickness in this lather. Get all those beard hairs up and out of the way. What I try to do is kind of find the beard line, define the beard line, and then go ahead and take those long strokes to shave the neck after. Very smooth though. Very, very smooth. All right. Now, the aftershave, matching aftershave, we're going to be using this. And we're going to talk a little bit about the restrictor, but got to show that. That was where a little bit of the aftershave spilled down to the label, and it wasn't exactly, I don't know if it's not waterproof or if it's just not aftershave splash proof, but that right there is like a no-no. That's not cool. That's something that you never want to see. So I don't think that has been the case, in recent times with A&E. Maybe it's a supply chain issue, but I hope that gets resolved in the near future, because even just having the possibility of your label being ruined with that awesome artwork that we love to put in our shave of the days. Just the possibility of it is kind of a bummer. I'm happy that it spilled on the ingredients and not on that awesome tiger that I like the artwork of so much. That would have really bummed me out. So now I'm gonna have to be extra careful with that. That's something that I don't, like I said, I hope it's just a supply chain issue and it's a temporary thing, because that's not good. That is not good. I don't like seeing that one bit. I will say, I know a while back Pete was catching some serious flack for his shipping. But I made my order, and I think I ordered it on a Friday or something like that. Got my tracking immediately in email. And then every day I got like some sort of email update, you know, just saying, hey, it's in transit, it's moving, it should be there on this day. Which was kind of nice, you know what I mean? It you know, it's definitely more than most places do. And I think my order got to me in like 3-4 days. So not bad whatsoever, considering it was over a weekend. I think I got it like on that following Tuesday. So shipping, at least this recent experience, which is the only one that I can really speak about, the shipping was quite good. And so I'm happy to see that. So non-waterproof labels or non-aftershave proof labels, not cool, not good. But the improvements, the shipping, very cool, very good. I like to see that. Now I know this aftershave restrictor and this aftershave bottle, it has to be a supply chain issue. And when you guys see this, you'll understand why I say that, because this is just terrible. This is it's almost as bad as the old PAA restrictors, which I dubbed #shitstrictors. It's almost as bad as that. Or it's probably on par with that. Fucking terrible. So you're about to see in just a second. I think I'm going to use some alum over here, because all those spots that I talked about, I think not letting them heal before busting out the Weck was a bad idea. So that right there, that's on me. I knew those spots were there, and I proceeded with this shave anyways, so oh well. It is what it is. So I'll set that to the side, get a better look at this aftershave bottle. It's one of the skinny square ones. You can see this one I had some aftershave on my finger. I got it right there, so that's kind of a bummer. And then on this side, some aftershave actually ran down the jar and got on the ingredients, so that is also a bummer. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and give it a good shake. Whoops, excuse me. We'll crack it open and then get a load of that. That right there is not gonna restrict shit. So I recommend pouring out the back side of the bottle if you can, and then grabbing it in a way where you're restricting some of the flow by covering it with your finger, or using like a dropper or something else, you know, of that fashion, because that's no good right there. That is the epitome of a #shitstrictor. So we do not like to see that. We do not like to see that at all. So a couple negatives, a couple positives. The soap smelled fantastic and K2, Kaizen 2 is a fantastic soap base. The shipping has been improved, and we like to see that. And that aftershave's pretty fucking fantastic formula as well. Still one of my favorite aftershaves. I'm just gonna wipe that down because I don't want anything to fall on that label. Alright guys, that will do it for today's shave. It was a good one, even though we had a few bits of irritation over here. It is what it is. Hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.